Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri, and today we're doing a little unorthodox guide. I know a lot of people will be like, oh my god, he's making a guide, that's amazing. This guide is mostly a sales pitch on behalf of how good a job Cyberstep did this week. Okay, so as we know, right now in the game, in Onigiri, PS4, PS5, we have the Tadakatsu Honda lineup. She's an amazing Vanguard. She's awesome. She's going to be here all month. If you are interested in her, she's going to be here until the 4th of February. There's time. Now, Unit 2 is a special unit. Unit 2 is... It'll show a picture here. Unit 2 is going to be a changing unit that has all kinds of limited Vanguards in it. And I'm just going to let it keep playing and as I talk for a bit. For the first week, we had Ho-Oh and Inochio Broken Seal on this unit. And Ho-Oh was very lackluster. Inochio is okay. She's good. She's good by all means. Now, it has evolved to its second phase, its second week, lineup Limited 2. Limited Nyankoropon 2. And this lineup is stacked. I made a community post about this last night when it rolled over at around midnight. And everyone in the chat, we looked at it, and everyone was jaw-dropped. Like, I couldn't believe how good this was. Like, when Keiji first had her run, her unit was ass. Because Keiji was so good, they put, like, it was a 6-character lineup, but it was a bunch of really bad characters, for the most part. Like, there wasn't much that I could have gotten that was useful to me. And I feel that Oni does that for highly invested players who have all the good characters. They tend to throw all the good, like, they tend to, like, put really bad characters with their best characters, or characters people already have. And it attracts new players, and it kind of, like, makes veterans kind of have to pay more in some situations. Anyway, what I want to get at is this unit is stacked. Like, it is arguably one of the best lineups in the history of Onigiri. Maida Keiji's on it. That's all you need to see. If she's on a banner, you roll. That's it. When we made the tier list, I put her S tier. Like, she is at the top for many reasons. I'm going to go over them right now. Maida Keiji as a Vanguard at any scroll level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, doesn't matter. She instantly charges. She does not need to be filled up before use. So she gains an incredibly powerful niche in dungeons where you only fight a boss, or dungeons where you can't afford to fill up. She is fantastic. Not only that, but at 2 scrolls, you unlock her mount form, which makes it so that she's able to... You can mount it virtually any time. Like, you guys have seen my gameplay at some point in time. I've used her a lot over the course of having her. And, like, you get stunned by Mephistopheles, you turn into a mount, you're unstunned, you can keep going. You get poisoned by Purple Mephi, it doesn't matter. You get assaulted by burn or freeze or paralysis from Purgatory Abyss. Like, any of those situations, she's useful in all those battles where you don't get to fill up. Like, Purgatory modes on Hell mode where you don't get a chance to fill up, when Keiji works, she works incredibly well. Against Aosame, you get like 5 people with her, Aosame is going down in no problem, in no time at all. But basically, 1 scroll, you have insta charge of weapon that's fire, wind, and mountain all together. On 2 scroll, you get the mount form. On 3 scroll, you get a fire weapon that changes all your skills to just fire. On the 3rd weapon, you get on the 3rd scroll, on the 4th scroll, you get the wind weapon, and on the 5th scroll, you get the mountain weapon, which is arguably the best, because mountain at the time of her inception was the rarest element, and it was needed for a lot of things. Like, it can do like Golden Skeleton, it can do Mephistopheles, so many things. Like, everything like Honda could do, Keiji could do. Like, arguably not as good, but she can do. Definitely one of the best. The best. Oh, I saw that. But yeah, this lineup, it is really good. It's not like one where it's filled with a lot of like really bad vanguards. Like Keiji alone is worth getting. And then there's Yorimitsu, who is, I've never gotten her personally because her lineups have always been really bad, but she's incredibly powerful as a lightning vanguard and a holy vanguard. She has really good moves. Really good moves. Then after that, you have Miyamoto Musashi, the OG vanguard, the best one since the beginning of the game. Well, at the time, she was always a top-notch. Then you have Lancelot, who was like the second Miyamoto. Keiji with a sword. That's Keiji with a sword for sure. The tiger sword. Then you have Lancelot, who is also, and they're both 150 vanguards. They go to 150, so even if you get extra scrolls, like they're still really good. Like at any skill level, this banner is amazing. You have Miyamoto, Lancelot, Venus, who got buffed, became one of the best rain vanguards. Really good ice vanguard. Really good wind holy vanguard. She just became like really top tier when they buffed her. And then they have Raijin, who is not the best mount in the game, but I've been using him for like the past year a lot because he just does all these low-level dungeons. He will run you through everything. He will run you through everything in this game. Like anything early game, like before, probably anything up to like before Oshu, he could just run through it, no problem. He does a lot of event dungeons really easily too. So getting him is always a benefit. Then in the gold lineup, you have the Keiji Accessory, which is like arguably one of the best non-specific accessories in the game. Like it's not an affinity-based one. It's literally 25% attack, which is kind of better. Then you have, it has like 10% HP, 25% attack, 15 to both defenses, 15%, durability reduction, then 20 slice, and 30 fire, wind, and mountain. You get 2 of those, you have 60 element, like 3 different elements, attack speed, crit force. Arguably, and me and Laura were looking at this last night, like the only thing that holds this back is that it doesn't have cooldown. If it would have had cooldown instead of attack speed, it'd be perfect. A perfect non-specific accessory. Yorimitsu, this accessory is really good if you're sword. It's 15% attack, 70, actually it's sword, bow, and odachi. 70% for sword, 70% for bow, and 70% for odachi affinity. Lightning and holy, 15 each. It's very nice. It's a very nice thing. Hey, Kwoma, yeah. Like, all I'm trying to say here is that this banner is good for everyone at all skill levels. The Miyamoto accessories are here. They were the original. Like, this is the gold standard of what an accessory should be. It still holds up this test in time. Like, 6 years later, this is still a good accessory. 15% attack, 50% sword and twin affinity, slice, holy, critical 10. That was all you really needed. They've made a phone game, Onigiri Heroes, but it pales in comparison to the original. It's not very good in my opinion. The Lancelot accessory is not very good. This is like the Joker in the deck. It starts off being amazing, then it's just like 20% affinity, and it's like, that's useless. Like, you're better off getting that one. Shizuka's not very good. Raijin gives you movement speed, really good for dungeon clearing. That's about all it does. And then there's these Taisho outfits are back. But apart from that, this lineup for this 1 week, this is all I want to say, is that this lineup is stacked. Like, if you're a new player who's been fence sitting and about whether they want to invest or not, like they're waiting for that one unit to be like, man, you know, I've got this much and I really want to go in, this unit is the one worth doing the entire OC campaign on. Like, the OC campaign right now, Oni has it set so that if you do pay, let's say you do like 1,000 OC at a time, you receive an extra 150 free-to-play OC for restores or whatever you need to use it for. Items in the shop, hammers, whatever. If you do buy that package, it gives you an extra 150 OC, and there's an OC campaign up to about 5,000 OC purchased, and that will give you a whole slew of tickets, and you might be lucky enough to get, you will get a legendary at the end, and you'll get premium tickets and tickets to roll the Honda unit. And realistically, that's golden. I think like it's a really, really good time. Like if you were ever thinking about it, you were waiting for that one banner to just be the one you go in on, one where you can't really lose, where if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of these characters, this banner is the next best thing you will ever see compared to a banner that just says Keiji. That would be the best banner in the entire game because it would just be Keiji. But realistically, any of these Vanguards that you do get will be an asset to you. The only way they're not an asset is if you already have these characters maxed out. I myself, I don't have a Raijin maxed out, but I have Venus, Lancelot, Miyamoto, and Keiji all maxed out, but I don't have Yorimitsu because her banner was really bad for me. Like, I wouldn't roll this for Yorimitsu because I already have the bulk of what's within it. But really, it's got great accessories. It's got the best Vanguard in the game. She's only shown up like her original run, a second run at one point, and then this one. And this one takes the cake. This one takes the cake. Now this is just for PS4 Onigiri. It's not on Steam. Steam has a very similar unit, but instead of made a Keiji, they have made a Toshi, who is the best lightning and wind vanguards in the game, but she's no Keiji. She's a super awesome. It's a great banner to go in on Steam right now, but like I don't think Steam has ever gotten Keiji yet, so that's why they put that one out. But this banner is really good. And I just want to commend Cyberstep on making it. Like, they could have made this banner as bad as the Ho-Oh one we just had. Like, last time when it was Ho-Oh and Inochiyo, it was like Hideyoshi, Katsui, Fujin, and Kirin. Like, it was kind of eh. Yeah, you don't have the discount yet? But they had to patch the discount in for us. Like, we didn't have the discount at the beginning, but they did do an update that states that, like, they added in the discount, and if you rolled before the discount, if you didn't use the discount they added in, they would reimburse you 200 or whatever, like, at most 250 OC at the end of the month, if you don't use the discount that they put back in. So they were very fair about that. So I myself, who already rolled the Tadakatsu Honda unit, and got Tadakatsu Honda maxed out, I'm not going to roll this unit anymore. I'm not going to use this discount. So what they did was that because I'm going to end this month period, or this event period, with the 5 spins remaining, they're going to reimburse me the 250 I paid before. So I'm going to get that back later. But yeah, they on PS4, we have it reinstigated. It was 200, but they changed it to 150. So the discount is there. If anything, do your 5 discount rolls. That's cheap Yorozus. Keiji is also in the Yorozu shop, which the shop itself is a bonus to all of this. And I'm going to go to the shop right now, and I'm going to elaborate on that really quickly. I know most of you know what the Yorozu shop is, but right now, during this event period, our shop is stacked. Like, people that had saved Yorozus, like my good friend Lyra, he got a Keiji scroll because he had Yorozus lying around from previous events he'd rolled. And that's where he got his first Keiji, like a week ago. And then he got enough Yorozus to get a second. So, like, that's Onigiri's version of pity. Basically, whenever you get 120 Yorozus, you're able to get basically any character from this list. These top 2, Honda and Tada and Fuma, they take 120 special limited Yorozus. They only come from the Honda unit. But in terms of Keiji, like this down here, like in terms of Keiji, she takes 120 of the everyday Yorozus. Like right now, like if you just rolled all the limited like discount units, you get discount Yorozus. Like if you did the ×5 for every banner, it would cost a person like $75 essentially, 750 OC, and you would generate 25 Yorozu tickets per. So if you did like, let's say you rolled like all 5 of the banners we have discounted right now that came with Yorozus, you would spend 75. You would spend a lot actually. You'd spend like $375, and you would get a Keiji as opposed to the 500 it normally is. Like if someone knew that they were prepared to Yorozu this character, and they knew that this is the end all be all, like, no, she's not the end all, but she's like the best. Normally, to get a maxed out 120 Rozus is like $500 with the general rate of 200 OC rolls. And if you do all the discounts, it actually adds up. You get bonus stuff as you roll, and then you will get your guaranteed scroll for like 375 instead of 500. You save 120. That's just something that I put out there. But arguably, you're better off just putting all that towards her unit, because then you get her, or you're more likely to. But this lineup has been stacked. Like they've done a really good job this New Year's in terms of Nyankoropon, and I just want to put that out there. Like they have Ho-Oh in here, Maeda Toshi, Inochio Broken Seal, Genbu, Yorimitsu, Keiji, all these limited characters. They also have Ibaraki Doji, Summer Sky, which is probably not the best character in the game, but she's just there, an event-only character essentially. And then there's also Honda and Foma Kodoro. But another tidbit of advice I'd like to give, and I gave this to one of my good friends, Vlextris, and he's like, "Man, do I get Keiji? Like, what do I do? Like, with these Yorozus?" And I said, I guess he was wondering about Honda. He wasn't really bringing up the Keiji argument. Thank you, Jesse. I wish everybody good luck, by the way. But he said, should I go for Honda? And I said, the only reason you should go for Honda is if either you don't have a really good mountain or a really good lightning vanguard. And he said, well, I have a 4-scroll Yorimitsu. And I told him, well, you might as well use your Yorozus on a Yorimitsu, because you have a 4-scroll, instead of going for Honda, because she'll do the lightning you need to happen. And he's like, yeah. And he said that was like the best decision he's made in a while. I'm not an Onigiri financial advisor, but just in my perspective, this banner is worth commemorating. It's worth mentioning. It's worth advertising. And basically it's the banner that will end fence sitters, people that are always on the fence, don't know what to do, people that want to roll but don't, like, or just do not do. This banner should be the one that they cave on. It should be the one where they go all in with their chips, essentially. But at the same time, if you don't have the money to spend, you're not in a good financial position to do so, don't feel obligated to do so. At the end of the day, this is just a game. But for those like moderately heavily invested, or people just waiting to invest in this game, this banner is one of, if not the best banners they've ever released. And that's all I wanted to say. I wish everybody good luck. I wish everybody spend responsibly. Do what they can. Don't go overboard. Don't go take out a loan. Jokes aside, but I just want to put that out there. This banner, really good. I really recommend it. Anything you get off this will benefit you as a player. All these Vanguards, Keiji, Yorimitsu, Miyamoto, Lancelot, Venus, and even Raijin are all a boon to any players who get them. It's not like banners where you have like really bad, outdated Vanguards. This banner, solid from head to toe. From head to toe, everything is useful. The only way these characters are not useful is if you already have them maxed out. That's my take. I wish you all good luck. I wish you the best of luck rolling, that good New Year's luck, and I hope to see you guys out there later in dungeons to come.